apologies for what I said in the last video. I miscounted. I said that this was the last match, and it's actually not, because it's 5v5, not 4v4. That was entirely my fault, because, well, it was partially my fault. It was also because it got switched so many times. Callum is using Metalborgs, arguably one of the most powerful decks that Legion created. Arguably. I'm not gonna say officially. He's not using the Metalborg starter. What the fuck was that? Oh, no, wait, I know what that was. I know what that was. Okay. It was the other Metalborg Legion, the one that's not Sinbuster. And he won past. He honestly, I don't know. And there's Sinbuster. You have sinned. He will bust your ass. And that was the card I didn't know what it was at first. The Metalborg Dreon. Wait, it gets 2 critical? Huh. By the way, speaking of criticals, a crit trigger happened while I was reading Drion's ability. Its ability, it can Legion with this guy, the 12k attacker, and while it's in Legion, if the column is 30k or more, it gets +1 critical, and it gives itself 3k as long as you have something else in the center. Sinbuster is the beast. It Legions with Metalborg Uru, which we haven't seen yet. If the power is greater than 3000, boost counts, by the way, for Metalborgs for some reason. If it's above 3000, then your opponent can only guard with zeros. Not even kidding. And if it's 20,000 or more and it hits, then they get a draw. So the amazing hand advantage that Devour's been having up to this point is failing him. It's not happening right now. He did just Legion. I think he either dropped a lot of stuff to Legion or he guarded a lot to Legion. Draw triggers make up the hand difference. And now he's gonna quintet wall, which is not enough. 21, 26, 36. So let's see, what would he potentially put back if he decided to do it? He has a crit trigger, a crit trigger, a crit trigger, and the quintet. By the way, it's happened a lot where the quintet isn't enough. That is the exact reason why I don't quintet over Perfect Guard in Legion decks, because that happens a lot. And now he's gonna Legion. And Metalborg Uru's ability, because it's in rear circle and he's about to Legion, he can give 2 units in the Vanguard circle 4k. So the Vanguard just gained 8k. So that means it's attacking for 25. With the boost, it would be 30. Oh shit. With the boost, it's attacking for unblockable amounts of power. Because that's the 10k booster for Metalborgs. That's the 10k booster for Legion. So Devour no guards, he has no choice. And a crit heal comes up. Heal trigger comes up for Dev, which means he gets a heal. And crit trigger comes up as well, so the triggers just got negated, but Callum also gets a draw. The fuck just happened? Oh! Uru gives another ability that gives him the ability to that gives the Vanguard the ability to retire rears. Okay. I actually didn't know about that. That's worse than I thought. Imagine if he had two of those on the field when that happened. That would have been so bad for Devour. But yeah, Cat Butler's way more broken than this, he said sarcastically. By the way, like I said, Metalborgs count the boost as part of the power, so because that's a specific 10k booster for Legion with Metalborgs, Sinbuster will always attack for 30k. He can never guard with zeros. He can never guard with his perfect guards or quintet walls against the Vanguard again. But yeah, Cat Butler is so much worse than this. Cat Butler is so much worse to deal with than this. Devour is trying as hard as he can to get field back. And trying to use as little hand as possible so he might have a chance to guard next turn. Unless Devour triggers, Callum can literally no guard for this turn and be okay. First check, second check, no triggers at all. And keep in mind that quintet wall cannot be used against the Vanguard. He's gonna have to use it on one of the rears. I would probably intercept, yeah. And he has no reason to guard that, or to even think about it. If Callum has another Sin Buster, oh, he doesn't because he moved that up first before doing anything else, which means he's not gonna ride. He's attacking with the rear first, so I guess he runs stands. I think I would have attacked the intercept first. Yeah, I would have attacked the intercept first. That's 30k. He can only guard with zeros. But two zeros would be 30k, would be 36 at this point. And yes, believe it or not, the guard with only zeros skill is active, as dictated by the anime. I don't know what about the skill allows it to activate like that. Yeah, Devour forgot about that. He can't guard. A critical appears and it's over. And it didn't. But he can Legion next turn. So Devour is forced to do 2 damage. He has to do 2 damage or he will lose the match. And Callum draws because, you know, second ability of Sin Buster. When it hits, you draw. But Cat Butler is so much worse than this, right? I mean, yeah, Cat Butler is a lot worse than this. I mean, Callum's on my team, but I'm just gonna say Cat Butler is so much worse than this. He said sarcastically. So Tule comes out. I keep calling it Tule because I know I have this very strong suspicion. I don't remember it from the anime. I don't remember if its name was mentioned in the anime, but I do know that if it was, they'd call it Tule because Japanese accent. He tried to attack the Uru, and Callum's not having any of that. 29 to the Vanguard. Here comes the Quintet Wall. That's 21, 26, 36. So 2 pass. So he can attack. He can take the third attack, but Devour's probably gonna go for Uru. In which case, block it. And what do you know? Blocking it puts a heal trigger in there. So we could see that heal returned, the crit returned, Quintet returned, and random 4th card that doesn't matter. It's going to be a challenge for Devour to guard this. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a challenge. And now it's worse. Is that power right? It just gained 8k. It just gained 14k technically. I don't think that power is right. 21, 31, 41, 1 to pass. The game literally comes down to this twin drive check. Also, I don't think that power was added right. I have to check my math later, but it would have been 30, and it's literally like 30 plus 14. Oh my god, 6th heal. But a retire and a draw happens. And then 18 to the Vanguard, which will just take a 5k block. He doesn't have to guard. It can guard with something that's not a 0 now. This is literally Devour's second wind. This is his second chance, and it's probably his final chance. I'm saying probably because I can't see either of their hands, so I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is Devour's final chance. Heal, 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 and Tule. Yes, I actually did see it. It was heal, 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 Tule. So now he's going to return 5 to the bottom of the deck so that he can call 2 from his top 4. So we got two Augustos, actually. I'm saying Augusto because that's what's written on the card. Thank you for being in English. I think Devour understands that he has to do 2 damage this turn to win. Everything right now depends on whether or not he can do that. And that was not a Musketeer. Not only that, but it was a critical trigger. He would have been much, much better off keeping that in his hand. Keeping Sylvia in his hand, I mean. Because drive checking that crit would have helped him tremendously. That's 29. So here's the thing. Can Callum guard? He has another quintet wall. He actually got a trigger this time. Let's see. 21, 31, 41. This time it's no pass. The quintet wall finally came through. Critical trigger. With that, 2 damage is possible. If Callum can guard that attack, this game might be over. And I don't think he'd protect Uru at this point if he could guard. If he couldn't guard. Yep, he can guard. Does he have another Sin Buster in hand? Because that would be kind of epic. Does he have the ability to have another Sin Buster in hand? Is that possible? No, it's not. He just wanted the attacker. Which makes perfect sense. Well, we already know that he runs stands, so it's actually kind of for the best that he does that. If he has units that aren't grade 0 in his hand, he could just guard with them now. Just guard with those first. Intercepting is bad, though. $21, $31, and intercept, so 2 pass. First trigger check. Heal trigger. Give that to the rear. No! No! Callum, please! Oh, never mind. Double heal trigger. Double trigger! The result was the same. Good game to both. I know that Devour probably feels sacked at this point, but it was actually a really good, fun match. Okay, he was right. I think Callum knew something that I didn't. I think Callum knew something I didn't. So, good game.